audio should be the Logitech Pro game. No problem. We got you. I hear you. Okay. Hey guys, there's my husband. It might be his only time on the channel. We'll see. Thanks, love. All right. Sorry. Let's start this over again. I'm sorry. This is my first time to go live on my channel. And of course, my husband just gave me a new headset the other day, but he works for Logitech and it's a prototype one, so I can't use that headset. So I'm using my old one. And so, of course, that anyway, so glad to be here. My channel just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited for everybody's support. Hi, Joy. Joy Ross and Ray, Helen Campbell both popped on. Helen Campbell has an amazing channel for watercolor, and Joy Ross has a channel where she talks all about her blindness. So Echo is now trying to get out of the room. Anyway, so as a celebration for hitting 1,000 subscribers, I decided to do a 1K Q&A. I stole the idea from my friend Kylie, who also just recently hit 1,000 subscribers on her channel, The Homeschool Sweet Spot. We're both homeschoolers. She's in Australia, though, and I'm here in the Pacific Northwest. So I asked on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. I'm also Dot on Instagram. I may have to get up and let Echo out. We'll see. I asked for people to give me some questions, and so I made a list, and I got some really creative questions, guys. So I'm gonna have to think about some of these. So spaghetti.face, she has a really cute toddler Instagram page. Anyway, she asked, "What is my favorite dish to cook?" And I would say, hands down, my favorite dish to cook is soup. I just love eating soup. I love making soup. I love having a big old pot and being able to eat it all weeks long. Okay, guys, hold on. I'm gonna have to let the cat out. He's gonna be distracting. It's not alive unless the cats go crazy, right? The animals. So yes, I love making soup because I love being able to have all the leftovers. And then she asked, "What is my least favorite thing to cook?" And I'm going to tell you, my least favorite thing to cook are things that have a lot of repetitive steps, like making ravioli, which is actually ironic because that was my very first video on this channel, which I don't recommend you watch. Um, I'm so proud of that video because it made me push play. I mean, I published it, but it should be titled, and I think I actually redid title it, "What Not to Do for Your First YouTube Video." It's over an hour long. I didn't know how to edit. I messed up my dough. But you know what? It started my channel, and for that, I'm very, very proud that I made that ravioli. And it's one that I want to redo one of these days because while I don't like making those types of dishes that are very repetitive, where you have to like fill the stuffing like dumplings or raviolis, meatballs, where you're forming one thing over and over and over. I really do love eating those things. So the name is Jeanette asked, "If you could pick one country to do a culinary training on the traditional cuisine, which one would you pick?" And oh my gosh, my brain has been thinking about this question so many times because I have a very hard time narrowing that down. I was able to narrow it down to a continent. I love Asian cuisine. If I had to pick one, think I would go with Thailand. I love pho and no, wait, am I getting it mixed up now? Hold on. Thailand. No, Thai food. Pho is Vietnamese. I also love, see, I love all of I love congee and, oh, if I could get trained to make sushi, sushi's so good. But Indian cuisine, like, but yeah, Thai, I don't know. I would really like to learn how to develop all the sauces and things like that from um, Thai, I think. That one is really a hard one. Okay, so oh my gosh, Ray says she's gonna go watch my first one. Oh, seriously, guys, that first ravioli video, I'm telling you, it's a train wreck. Uh, but I would like to meet any YouTuber out there whose first video was not terrible. Okay, so Kylie from the Homeschool Sweet Spot, who gave me the idea for this 1K Q&A, she asked, "Do I have a handful of standard rotations that I cook for my whole dinner on a regular basis and that the whole family likes?" And most definitely, I do. I am constantly adding new dishes because I love trying new flavors. And so when I see something on Pinterest on the internet, I gotta try it at home. But my family really loves consistency, so I always try to throw in some of the familiar dishes each week that I know that they'll love. One of them is stir fry, either chicken or beef, but usually chicken. I will have a chicken stir fry on the menu almost every week, if not, every other week. Tacos, I mean, come on, we're American. You got to have Taco Tuesday. Rarely is it actually on a Tuesday, but tacos are definitely a staple in our family. And it's one of the, like, I mean, the simplest tacos. Um, we really love just plain baked chicken breast. I posted to my Instagram a couple nights ago when I'm not really feeling good, but I want a healthy meal. Baked chicken with like roasted broccoli and either some rice or potatoes. Just a simple American fare. Love that dish. It's on my menu all the time. Um, quesadillas go on the menu when we're really rushed. Sometimes if I've got like leftover chicken or some shredded beef or something in the refrigerator, I'll add it. Otherwise, we'll do vegetarian quesadillas. So yeah, quesadillas on the menu all the time. And then just the comfort of grilled cheese and tomato soup. That one goes on pretty frequently too. Tomato soup's one of my husband's favorite soups. And I love all soup, but my family, they don't like soup as much as I do, but I don't blame them because I kinda like it more than the average person. Hunter Family says, "Tacos, I love chicken." My husband does not. Yeah, I will do a chicken taco too, but we tend to do beef, but I love shredded chicken tacos, um, and I love to do shredded chicken in my Instapot, and then you can season it up different ways and add it to different meals throughout the week. Mrs. P. Tarleton asked, "What is your healthiest and easiest weeknight dinner?" I would have to say that if you're going for the healthiest and easiest, it would probably be a stir fry, just because you can load so many vegetables. You can have a lean meat in there. You can do tofu, and it's just so easy. Last night I made a my pineapple chicken dish, which I do have a video of that on the channel too. That one is also very easy, and I just make a bunch of rice and grill up some chicken and then just toss it all in a bowl with like fresh cucumbers and fresh pineapple. Although last night I used canned spinach, any kind of vegetables that I just happen to have in my refrigerator. Pile it up, add sweet chili sauce on top. So delicious, and very healthy and fresh. Okay, Jem's Kitchen. By the way, look forward. Jem and he lives in Portland, which is just about 15, 20 minutes south of me. I'm in Vancouver, Washington, which we always say Vancouver, Washington, not BC, not DC. No one's ever heard of us, but we are really close to Portland, Oregon. Oh my gosh, Echo is providing entertainment in the background there. Um, anyway, so he lives in Portland and he has a cooking channel, Jim's Kitchen. And oh, hi, Chef Vic. Thank you. We're gonna do a collab coming up. We've got it planned to film beginning of April, but depends on the weather because we're gonna do an outdoor collab. So look forward to that. We're gonna go to the Portland food trucks and do a tasting. It'll be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to meet Jim. I haven't actually met him in person. We've talked online a bunch. One of my favorite things about being a YouTuber is meeting all the other YouTubers. It's and the community, like, and people who aren't YouTubers but just love cooking. Like, I love meeting people, guys. Okay, so let's get back to Jim's question. If you were to cook a meal for any three people for a dinner party, famous, fictional, living, or dead, who would I invite? And who would I cook for? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I wrote that one down, Jim, and I was going to come back and think on the answer, and I didn't. So now I'm on the spot because I haven't actually thought of this one. 3 people, famous you know, for some reason, what pops into my head is the big dining hall in the movie of Harry Potter, and wouldn't it be fun to have a meal there? So, inviting Harry, Ron, and Hermione and cooking up some kind of fun witches type wizardry, meal. I'm gonna go with that because that's what popped into my head. That would be fun. Tracy creates dishes. She is a fairly new YouTuber out of Australia, and she also has a cooking channel. And she wants to know what is my behind the scenes equipment. So I started very minimal. I film all my videos just on my Samsung phone. I use Filmora Wondershare editing software on my computer. I have a mic that is a Sarah Monic mic. That became very important. My very first videos, you can hardly hear me talk because the sizzling of the food drowns out my talking. So, and then I added a ring light. I don't know what brand it is. That was a gift. In the Pacific Northwest here, we have a lot of cloudy gray days, and so just lighting is really important, and I need to get even more lighting, I think. So those are my I'm very, very minimal with, my equipment. Excuse me. Donovan Johnson said, "Have I ever lived in Texas before moving to Washington?" So I don't know if y'all can hear it in my accent, but I am a Texas girl. I grew up in Houston, Texas, and then I lived in Dallas for 10 years, and now I've been in Vancouver for 9 years. So, Percy Burlingham, I think is how you pronounce it. She asked, "What got me into cooking?" So, as you can tell, I have a passion for cooking. Um, and I'm a Food Network girl, guys. I am a Food Network girl. I grew up when my friends were watching The Simpsons and Friends, and I don't even remember what else. I was watching Food Network. I was watching Rachel Ray and Sarah Moulton and Mario Batali. I spent any time that my mom would allow me on the TV watching cooking shows. And I've had some people if only I could be that flattered to compare me to a Rachel Ray esque type show. And I'm like, I'm down for that. I'm so down for that because she and the Food Network guys were always just like who I inspired to be. Chefs over there says, "My Final Fantasy dishes are awesome." I was hooked since. Aha! That's where you found me from, Chef. The cookbook is behind me, and I need to do some more. Oh, that cookbook is very challenging. It's got a lot of dishes that are very new to me, so it's really fun. Like the sh the rice, pancake one, oh my gosh. Talk about a learning curve. So that video is really fun because I take you the process of, like, not knowing how to cook something and then learning, and, you'll hear me say it on my channel, I'm a kinesthetic learner, and I have to learn by doing. I can hear about something, but until I try it, it's not gonna stick. Okay, couple more questions. This is so much fun, guys. Thank you for popping on. I so appreciate it. The pot thickens. Greg has been one of my supporters from early on. He's got a vegan channel, which always surprised me that Ray and Greg, 2 vegans, are some of my biggest fans. But I think it's because I really work on making food personal, and I believe that adapt ingredients to make it fit your lifestyle. Okay, so he says, dun, 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 dun. As a reserve secret agent, you know you could be called for duty at any moment. Well, your secret shoe phone has rung and the call has come. You have 5 minutes for a secret mission that will take you away from home for 6 months. You can only take 5 ingredients from your pantry. What 5 things do you grab on your way out the door? Da da da. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Gotta love it. Um, okay, so I decided to use a little magic here and pretend that my ingredients will always stay fresh and never run out because nothing in my pantry is going to last me 6 months that I could think of, right? Except maybe my giant bucket of rice. Even then, I go through a lot of rice. So I've alluded to this before on my Instagram a couple of times, but I love chocolate milk for breakfast. That's my big breakfast. I drink a big glass of raw milk that I add stevia, cocoa powder, vanilla, and I add a collagen powder to it for my joints. And so I drink that for breakfast almost every single day. So I don't think I could survive without it. So those would be my 5 ingredients, but I might have to give up either the vanilla or the collagen powder and put in a caramel tea. Y'all have seen me drinking black caramel tea on so many of my videos. I'm obsessed with that tea flavor. I love tea, but that one's my favorite. So, yeah, I know raw milk isn't something that you could really take out the door with you, but I'm gonna pretend. So, uh, and we can veganize. Ray says she can veganize my food. Yeah. Okay. What is a food I wouldn't eat? I am a very, very adventurous eater. I love trying new things. One of the things that really freaks me out is century eggs. I've said I really love Asian cuisines. Century eggs are like a fermented egg. And there's another one too that I can't think of what it's called, where you eat the fertilized. Yeah. So that's just one. I mean, I've had escargot, and it was actually really good. Um, Oh, bugs. It just I'm just not into eating bugs, guys. Mm-mm. So those would be the kinda ones that I stay away from. I do support the eating of bugs. I think it's a very good sustainable protein. I just can't get there yet. An interesting fact about myself. Okay, this could be a whole video in itself, so I'm just gonna try to keep it really super short, but I have something called aphantasia and SDAM. Aphantasia is I don't have a mind's eye. So what that means is um, most of the population, if you ask them to like visualize an apple, they can see an apple in their mind's eye. They can visualize an apple. I cannot. I cannot see anything, smell any. I have total aphantasia, no senses in my mind. So I cannot visualize like what my husband or my kids look like if they're not in front of me. It is very strange. Um, and SDAM is self-deficient autobiographic memory. I can't relive my memories. I can have a list of facts about my memories, but I think tied to my aphantasia because I don't have any visuals, it affects my memory. And so I can't, like again, it could be a whole other video, but it's something very interesting. And if you relate to it, um, definitely look into it. I love discussing it because how our brains work is a fascinating subject. Okay, I got a couple more questions, and then if anybody else has questions, pop on and ask them. My favorite Disney movie, The Little Mermaid or Aladdin, have to tie. What can I say? 90s kid. My favorite food to eat at a restaurant is sushi. My favorite drinks, both alcohol and non-alcoholic. So I'm a major tea drinker and water drinker. That's what I drink most of the time. I love kombucha and I homebrew my own kombucha. I've got a video on that. My favorite drink that is something that you could buy from the store, and I hope maybe one day I could work out a sponsorship with them, is Poppy. They're a soda replacement healthy soda drink. I love them. They're so delicious. Poppi. Love them. My favorite alcohol drinks. I'm not a huge person who drinks much alcohol, but when I do want to enjoy, I like anything fruity with a straw in it. Um, oh yeah. So my friend Joy, she's 100% totally blind. She says when you and I met, I found out the fact about my aphantasia, and it was so interesting since she is actually blind, but she has a very, very strong visual memory, and I have no mind's eye. And so we have really interesting conversations about that. Um, and Helen asked, what is my favorite thing about being a YouTuber? My favorite thing is connecting with the community. I absolutely I love in DMs and in the comments below my videos. And a couple weeks ago, somebody was working on one of my Instapot recipes and she was having trouble. And so we were going back and forth in the comments. And that really lights me up. I love learning new things. I never knew how to edit. You can tell from my first video. I did not know how to edit, and I'm learning and learning, and I just want to keep getting better, keep improving. I love personal development. That's why I've started adding some personal development um, talks to some of my videos. I think food is community and conversation. And I just want to bring all of y'all into a deeper conversation with me than just ingredients. Like, there's so much more juice to life, right, guys? So, Susan from Rhubarb and Card said, "Hey, did that. Congratulations on the 1K. Thank you so much, Susan. Her channel is gorgeous. Talk about photography and video goals." All right, guys. So I thought I was going to make this 15, 20 minutes. It's almost been 25. Sorry about the sound at the beginning. I don't know if I can edit that part out. Uh, but thank you so much. I can't wait for so many more videos to come out. If you've got any video ideas for me, make sure that you give me suggestions. And thank you so much for being part of this community. And love you all.